Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M37. It's an American Tier 4 SPG and it's located on the west spawn of Sand River under the command of Major Nuisance. I'm afraid another of my replays, the last one. You won't have to see any more of mine for a little while. This one has got a 105mm gun, the M4 howitzer, capable of 410 alpha if it can penetrate the target, but it'll only penetrate 27mm of armour. It's based on the chassis of a Chappie tank, and I think you can see that because the cover for the transmission is hexagonal, and all the transmissions of the Chappie conversions, because it's a Chappie hull, have that hexagonal transmission plate. It's an inspection cover. They use that for inspecting the vehicle, or inspecting the transmission. Okay, well, I'm looking at the map and I'm aiming down the riverbed, but I've noticed something. There is a lemming train in progress. Yep. Uh-oh. Well, when you see a lemming train, you think, oh, this is going to be really, really annoying. So I have to react accordingly, and the best thing I can do is support the lemming train, and that means getting into a position whereby I can shoot from behind them at the enemy they're facing and or any targets of opportunity. And by being over on their side of the map, if they do come across an enemy, that enemy's not going to be finding me. But okay, I've come up from the other side, but I'm going to get behind these buildings because I don't trust anyone coming up the riverbed. And yes, I'm right, because there's an M2 medium coming up the riverbed right now. I'm in the village, but I'm making a beeline for the other side of the village. I don't want that M2 medium to get at me. Thankfully, he was killed by the T-29. Now, my teammates over on the east side now have found some enemy tanks, and they've gone through the pass, so there was no enemies defending that pass, and they found the enemy on the other side. Now, I'm looking for a target to shoot at, and I can see that the S-35 is in the cover of the rock, so I can't hit him and he's dead. Excuse me. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking for the likely place that the enemy defences are going to be located. You notice me there, I'm centering my field of fire by turning my vehicle, so I can dial in on these positions and not get too much of a reticule bloom. Okay, well, I'm aiming for that bush, and I change this to the other bush. I'm going to fire a round in there. Now it's a 12-second reload. Well, 12.94. It's not too long. 105mm, as I say. I'm going to fire at the other bush as well. Those are the bushes that TDs tend to hide behind. And nobody's reacted to the looks, which is odd. Okay, he spotted someone. It's a Chiha. Okay, I'm trying to follow him. I've marked my target to let him know that I'm paying attention. But then I see this Su-76. He's a perfect target. He's stationary, sitting up on the rock. Rounds out, long range. And it's a kill shot with the first one. 155, and he's out the game. That's a one-shot kill. Now, he's an open-top cockpit TD. So obviously he was bound to go bang if I put a round right on top of him. Okay, Chiha. Almost loaded. I know it says loaded, but oh, I got a bit of reticule bloom there. I was actually at the edge of my field of fire. And the Chiha's been killed. I'm looking for where that T-46 was last seen. Can't see him. I'm going to center my arc again. Okay, found somebody. It's over on the far side of the map. The Electo. Okay, I've marked that as my target. I'm still getting requests for fire on him. But then I see the IKV. He's just started to aim. Rounds out. Oh, just a short distance away. The Electo's done big damage to our M3G. So I'm going for him again. Oh, and you just killed him. And now they're moving. And the Electo's dead. So, looks like the IKV is going to try and use the wreck of the M3G FT for cover. So I'm going to fire at that point, and I get a splash on him. 42, and now he's dead. Okay. Well, we lost the looks down the south, with 3 tanks up on the enemy, and I'm going to move closer so I can get much better reaction time. Got a T-46 moving down the riverbed, so he should be able to spot somebody for me. Okay, we've got an enemy in sight. It's an M3G. Is that an M3? Yes, it's an M3G FT. It's the same sort that we saw killed on our team. I've marked him as my target. I'm waiting for him to be stationary. There you go. Oh, no, he didn't go up to the ridge. I thought he'd go up to the ridge line, and he didn't. Dialing in, reloading. Mark the spot. It looks like he's in a bit of a standoff with that M15, so I fire around him. Unfortunately, he backs away and then he comes forward again. So I'm trying to work out where he's likely to move forward again. And he's backing away. Round out. Narrowly misses him. Okay, they're going in for the kill. And he's dead. Okay, now we have spotted an enemy. It was the Hetzer. And we've got somebody in the cap, but I don't think he's going to last very long. Yep, he's gone. T-46 was wiped out by the Hetzer. Fire around it, just missed him. Trying to anticipate where he's going. And I thought that when he pulled away it was a double bluff, but we see this M37, my opposite number, lining up the shot, working out where he's going to be, leading the target, rounds out. Ooh, narrowly misses him. Does damage him. Critical hit damage on his tracks. And we've lost sight of him again. Okay, I'm loaded. I fire around in off on chance because I do have a lot of ammo. The one thing you get with the M37 is a huge amount of ammunition. It really is. It's got a massive magazine, 126 rounds. So you've got plenty of ammo to play with. You can fire a lot and not worry about wasting shots. I'm going to reposition myself a bit closer. I don't want to get too close because I don't want the Hetzer to spot me. But from this position here, I've got a nice vantage point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a few speculative shots, assuming that the Hetzer is going into one of those bushes to ambush any of our tanks. So I've knocked down a tree there. I'm just going to fire at these bushes randomly. And on the off chance that they might contact the Hetzer. Now, on the off chance, because we haven't got anybody really that close by, except maybe, well, we've got a tank fairly close by. I just fired one over there, just in case he was hiding behind the wreck. And then I thought, maybe we've got an Arty sitting in the bowl. I wasn't doing proper counter battery to see if somebody was there, but I did see a shot come in. So I fired a round into the bowl. Nope. We last saw the M37 over here. Right, well, you can see from the mini-map that we've got a Marder 2 moving in from one direction, and the other guy on the other side is a Panzer 38T, and he's a bit of a noob. So he doesn't really want to move in because that Hetzer is quite a good player. In fact, he's a blue rated player. He's not blue because he's done team damage. He's blue because he's good. And therefore, obviously, he's very worried because that guy's got 3 kills already. And he could easily take out any of our tanks that go in. The worry we've got is that this T-56 is not moving. And even though everybody's insisting that he move, he just refuses to. Now, I'm very angry about this. So I aim directly at him. And of course, I can't fire at him because I've got that block on shooting at allies. So I fire to one side of him. And it does do 72 hit points of damage to him in the process, but he doesn't move. He just sits there. And we're urging him to go, but he just doesn't want to go. In fact, he pulls back. So I switch back to the cap. Now, it's a bit naughty that I did do team damage there, but he just wouldn't go, and we needed somebody to provide us eyes for the Arty so that we could kill these enemies. Right, M37. Line him up, round out. Kill shot. 145 hit points. Oh, and we've lost the Panzer 38T. He was taken out by the Panzer Selbstverletzter 4B, the cricket. Still looking for that Hetzer. I don't know where he was. Knock another tree down. Now, I think actually the Panzer 38T does indicate to me where he thought the enemy was. And unfortunately, he's pinging the map at that point. T-29 is pinging the map there. He's not there. He's not there. I know that. And we're about to see where he is. He does pop into view. I'm holding fire. Oh, yep, one more round. Now I see a bush go over there. So I know something's in that bush. You've got to have eagle eyes in your peripheral vision. I know something is up there. Su-26 going down the riverbed. Well, that was fully dialed in. And it hit the spot where the tree went down, but there's nothing there now. The Su-26 is going to spot somebody very shortly, though. And it's at that moment we see the M7 Priest on the enemy team. It was at the back there. And I've marked him as target. He's on the move. I'm reloading. He's heading towards the Su-26. And I get a kill shot. 68. I fired ahead of him, working out where he was going to be. Put the round there, and yes, he was going to go straight into that shell. Drove into it. And I think the Su-26 was happy with that because he pinged an affirmative. But that T-56 still doesn't want to move. Now, the Marder's on the edge of the town. And you'd think that he'd have good view range as well. But we're going to find out where the Hetzer is. And there he is. He's been spotted. He was a long way away from the cap. Right at the edge of the map. Now he's firing on the Marder. He gets one round in. And the Marder's gone. Now I need to work out where the Hetzer's going. Rounds out. Kill shot. 62 hit points. Worked out where he was going. Put the round there. So only one enemy left. And I'm heading towards the cap because I think, given the time, we need to cap out. We need to cap quick. So I need the Su-26 and myself to cap as quickly as we can. We don't want to go hunting for the Panzer Selbstverletzter 4, because if we do try to go hunting for him, the clock will run out and we won't have enough time to cap. So I'm rushing towards the cap, and the Su-26 is heading away from the cap. He's gone hunting. He doesn't understand. Now I get into the cap and I say, cap, you have time to kill him, the Marder says. And I say, cap. They found him. I can't, I've got no shot, and the Su-26 has been killed. So now I can't cap out, there's not enough time. I look at the clocks and I see, yep, can't do it. He is coming this way, but I'm going to have to go and kill him. Even though it means I won't be able to cap out anyway, so I just need to kill him. I'm going to have to shotgun him as well, because there's no way I can take an Arty shot at range. So it's going to be a close range end of battle. That's the minute hooter. I need to get a clean shot from around the corner. Auto aim on. Missed on my first shot. Remember, I got a better reload than him. He's got 16 seconds on the reload, or thereabouts. Was it 12 seconds, I think? And there's a kill shot. One shot kill, 200 hit points. And that was a relief with 30 seconds left when time ran out. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. T-56 refused to move, had to carry. Yep. Well, it was a first-class tanker. In fact, it was the first first-class tanker I've had on this account in the M37. I also managed to pick up a counter-battery fire medal for killing all 3 enemy Arty, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. I got 5, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, I got 9. And the win 8 for that game was 3007. So, yeah, a bit of a naughty thing to do some team damage, but I couldn't get that T-56 to move. And he actually killed himself at the end. Would you believe that? He killed himself rather than actually take part in the rest of the battle, which we were very annoyed about. Anyway, end of battle stats, we can see that I didn't get the highest damage. That went to the Lux. He got 774 on our team. But the Hetzer, the really good player on the enemy team, he got 814 hit points overall. When it came to kills, I got the highest number, 5, but the Hetzer was just behind me with 4, and then there was a couple of tanks, the Electo and the Panzer, Sebsfalafetta, the Cricket, they got 3. And when it came to base XP, it was actually the Lux who did best, 633 for him, 528 for me, 455 for the Marder, and then the Hetzer, 381 for him. So, good play by this guy. He did actually move about and kept far away from the cap, actually. I thought he'd be nearer to the cap to see the enemy tanks, but he had such good view range. He was right up at the back of the map next to the dunes and was still seeing what was going on in the cap from over there. So, let's have a look at detail. I fired 31 rounds in that game, got 4 direct hits and 3 penetrations and 6 splash. Damage of 672 hit points, of which 472 were at more than 300 meters. I did do 72 hit points of damage to that T-56, trying to get him to move, but he wouldn't move. I damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, and on the credit side, I earned 12,197 credits. I had to pay fine for 599 credits for damaging the T-56. My total came to 11,598, and after ammunition resupply, I took away 6,452 credits. I earned 528 XP, minus 2 XP, I think that was for damaging the T-56, and times 5 for the first victory of the day, took away 2,640 experience points altogether. So, in fact, actually, my teammates thanked me for winning the game, especially the Su-26, after he went and got himself killed right at the end. He was very relieved when I shotgunned that Cricket. But I think, really, I shouldn't have shot at that T-56 because it was a bit of a mistake. He just wasn't taking part in the game, though. And I did report him for inaction as a bot because he was just sitting there doing nothing and then killed himself at the end. So it was absolutely no help to anyone. But there you go. Some people are like that. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.